We haven't talked to you since you were named the starter. What was that like? What was that feeling like when you were named?
It was just, a great feeling. I transferred here because I wanted an opportunity to play, and I worked my butt off all summer and off season as best I could to take advantage of that opportunity. And just seeing that the guys buying into me and the coaches trusting me enough to lead this program into a very difficult Big East Conference and tough schedule. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm just really excited.
Like a lot of people might have expected you to be the starter, but being captain just after arriving, in a few months, what did that mean to you?
That was a goal of mine, but it was like on the kind of like the lower bit of the goals because, being on campus for a little over 2 months, it almost seemed unrealistic. But I just knew that if I came in here and I worked hard every single day in the weight room, built relationships with the players, offense, defense, special teams, and really came out here and performed well on the football field, that everything would fall in line. And I'm just so thankful that the guys, like I said earlier, bought into me and what I bring to this program, and I just couldn't be more thankful for them trusting me.
Can you talk more about the work that you put in? Is that something that Coach Ash and Coach Kill have both talked about?
Yeah, I've experienced college life for 4 years at the University of Louisville, and when I made this decision to transfer, I wanted it to be a business decision. And that means coming here and focusing strictly on football and my education. So this summer, I made sure that every day I was working my butt off in the weight room, doing everything I could throughout the day to learn the playbook and just put myself in the best position going into camp. And going back to what Coach Ash mentioned about the Russell Wilson, way of doing things, when he talked to me when I first came in, it really hit home, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do everything that I could to put myself in the best position.
What's this whole journey been like for you, in the sense of you lose your job at Louisville, but it's a Heisman Trophy winner, you come here and you end up, we started with being named the captain?
It was a humble experience. I feel like my career has had a lot of ups and it's had a lot of downs, and I think that is going to help me a tremendous amount going into the season. Sometimes the hardest thing is dealing with success and also dealing with failure, and since I faced both of those, I feel like I can keep an even keel throughout the season, no matter what happens on the field or off the field. And I'm just thankful that the ride that I've been on has prepared me and made me into the man and football player that I am today.
Both Coach Ash and Coach Kill said that you had the most command of the offense. Now that you're a month in, how do you feel about the offense and how it benefits what you can do?
I'm very excited about the offense. We have a lot of weapons and we have a lot of guys up front. And even the running backs do a great job of running the ball, catching the ball, and blocking. So we have a ton of weapons and guys that are going to contribute to what Coach Kill brings in his offense. And having a coach like Coach Kill who really understands the running game, and then having other coaches along with Coach Kill that can incorporate their passing concepts into this exciting offense that we're going to be running, is just a ton of confidence instilled in the players. And knowing that, we all bought into it early, and hopefully we'll be able to showcase that this Friday.
Cal, did you watch any of last year's games on film?
Not much. I try to not really pay attention to last year because I know that last year was kind of a rough spot for Rutgers. And when I got here and the new guys got here, we just wanted to focus on everything ahead of us. So, the only games we've watched really is just the films on the upcoming opponents that they played.
I guess just when the offense went through stretches where, there weren't any passes completed, or it was really, is there room, when you look around at this talent, is there room for this team to take a huge step forward as far as offense goes?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say that necessarily the incompletions or mishaps of last year's football team was a product of necessarily how good of players that we had. Sometimes coaches scheme really, really well and take advantage of certain formations that we may have gotten, and it put the quarterback in a tough bind, it put the receivers in a tough bind. But going back to just how good of a coach that we have in Coach Kill and the rest of the offensive coaching staff, we have a lot of confidence that they're going to put us in the right formations and scheme us correctly against our opponents coming up and put us in the best position to be successful.
How do you feel about the weapons you have to work with on offense? Does it compare to Louisville at all, the guys that you're working with now?
Oh yeah, definitely. We have guys at Louisville that can go up and get the ball, and we have guys that can make a play in a tight window. And we have the same type of dudes here at Rutgers, especially in the young guys. Very, very excited about them. We have a lot of good dudes that just got here, and then being able to learn from the upperclassmen and the guys that contributed last year is going to help them progress, and all it's going to make our offense a much better football team.
So you view this as a business?
Fans are obviously quickly to judge, even after one game. You're aware of that. So I guess going into this one, do you feel any more pressure, even though it is against one of the top teams in the country, to perform?
Not really. I feel like my preparation is going to put me in the best spot. I'm going to go out there and understand that sometimes I'm not going to make the best throw, and other times I'm going to make really good throws. So I'm just going to do my best to keep an even kill and focus on, this football team, how I perform, and that's it. I'm not really paying attention to anything outside.
The best way for you to get eyeballs is to win this year. I mean, what do you see the ceiling for this team? Can this team make a bowl game? Can this team surprise a lot of people based on how it does this year?
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. I can promise you that we have every bit of opportunity that any other team in the country has to have a successful season and definitely make a bowl game.
All right, that's it.